Hello, welcome to another wiki procedure, and today we are going to look on how you can obtain a liquor license in Kenya. Down here below, we have given you a link which is going to direct you to our wiki procedure website page where we have given you detailed information on how you can go about the application process. Additionally, on the right hand side of our screen, we have included a select language option, and by clicking this downward pointing arrow, you'll be given a list of languages to choose from, and you can choose the language which you easily understand. For example, by choosing Swahili, what this is going to do, this is going to translate the wiki procedure website page to Swahili, and I'll be able to read through the instructions in Swahili, and I can easily revert back to English by just clicking on English once again. We've included links to documents which you are going to use to make the applications, and we'll go through these documents as we move on with the application and see how you are supposed to fill them and where to submit them. Additionally, we've included links to external sites where you can visit and get more information about the Alcoholic Drink Control Act and licensing, more information about licensing in other counties or different counties in Kenya. So welcome to our presentation today, and the list of items which we're going to cover in this session include the need for a liquor license, the eligibility, the required documents, steps to follow in making the application, the fees, validity period, processing time, office location and contact information, and any other information that we may find relevant on how you can obtain your liquor license. So welcome to our presentation today, which is brought to you by wikiprocedure.com. The need for a liquor license. In Kenya, no person shall keep for sale, offer for sale, or sell liquor except under the authority of a license or permit to sell liquor, or under the authority of a manufacturer's license. In Kenya, no person is also allowed to canvass for, receive, or solicit orders for the sale of liquor unless the person is the holder of a license or permit to sell liquor, or unless the person is the holder of a license to represent a manufacturer. The eligibility criteria is as follows. A person intending to manufacture or otherwise produce any alcoholic drink is eligible for the application. A person intending to operate an establishment for the sale of an alcoholic drink is also eligible, and a person intending to import or export any alcoholic drink. The required documents: you need your identification documents, either your national identification card or passport, your PIN certificate, your health certificate from the Department of Health Services. So make sure you clear with the health services. You also need fire clearance certificate. Make sure you have this clearance certificate. NACADA certificate. Make sure you clear with NACADA, and Kenya Bureau of Standards certificates. So these are prerequisites, and make sure you have cleared with this. We have videos on how you can obtain these certificates and clearances, and after you have already obtained this, you can move on with your application. The application can be done in person or online. And if you're doing it in person, you can start by visiting the county council offices to make your application, or Huduma centers to make your application. The county council offices also have branches in wards, and you can visit your ward licensing office to make inquiry about your application. And depending on the nature of your application, you'll be given the following application forms to fill. We have the Form 1, which is the application for grant or renewal of an alcoholic retail drink license. Form 2 is the license to manufacture or produce an alcoholic drink, and Form 3 is for the license to import or export licensed drink, so an alcoholic drink. So let's just look at the forms. These are the forms. Form 1 for the grant renewal of retail license. So you're supposed to fill the name of the premises, and after you're filled, you're supposed to submit this with your your licensing officer, and attach the required document. This is for the manufacturer, type of business, the contact person, if the company is if the business is a partnership, liability of company, fill in the details. If it's a import export business, you're supposed to use this form. So After you filled the form, you should submit the application form to the licensing officer, and the officer will visit the premises to carry out inspection so as to determine if your premises is suitable for the nature of the license you're applying for. And the information obtained by the inspection visit will be tabled down for deliberations by the directorate of the licensing directorate, so as to determine the fees which will be charged for the license and whether the license will be approved or not. And where the directorate, after considering the application, will indicate in writing whether it objects to grant the application you applied for. And if the directorate has no objection to the application, it shall grant a license to the applicant upon payment of the prescribed fee. And you're supposed now to go and pay the prescribed fee, which you're going to be informed with the directorate. And after making the payment, the liquor license will be signed, and you'll be advised to collect it from the dispatch office. And once you have acquired the license, you're supposed to display it in your business premises as required by law. You can also make the application online using eCitizen, and let's just go and see how this is done online. And you need to note that Nairobi, you cannot use eCitizen, but Nairobi has its own self-service portal known as Nairobi Self-Service Portal. So let's just go online and log in into our eCitizen account. We have a video how you can register to eCitizen. And once you have logged in into your eCitizen account, scroll down to the county services, and here we have Mombasa County, Nyeri and Kisumu County, and these are the counties which you can apply online for the liquor license. And for example, by clicking Kisumu County, I'll be directed to this page, and when you reach here, just click on Add Business. And when you click on Add Business, you'll be able to be directed to this page, where now you're supposed to enter the details of your business. And most important entry is the business sector. Now here is where you're going to indicate that you want to apply for the liquor license. So select accommodation and catering, and after that you are supposed to select large bar traditional beer seller and provide details. You can write if it's wines and spirits, and after that you're supposed to indicate the number of employees and click on continue. There are a number of selections which you can select, and after you have clicked continue, you're going to be given the cost which you're supposed to pay and review your details. And after that, click submit. You'll be directed to your invoice page where you're supposed to pay using M-Pesa. I wanted to mention that there is a number of after you have selected accommodation and catering, there's a number of classes of establishment that you can choose, which sell depending on the type of business you are operating. For example, you can choose a large bar and restaurant, you can choose a medium bar and restaurant, a small bar and restaurant, and depending on the size of the or small beer seller, and depending on the size of the establishment you have chosen, the application fee is going to vary. So as you have seen, we chose the small trader, and the application fee came to 15,000, and the previous one was 26,000. And the same applies to Mombasa County. Just click Add Business, and you'll be directed to the page where you're supposed to fill in your details. Fill in your details, select which type of operation service you are, if it's a beer seller, if it's a large bar, small eating house. So from here you can scroll down and look for the one which corresponds with the activity which you are engaged in. And after that, as the Kisumu one, just click continue, and you'll be directed to the invoice page for you to pay. For Nairobi, go to epayments.nairobi.go.ke and log in. And once you've logged in, we have a video of how you can register to the Nairobi City Council self-service portal. I click on register, and once you click on register, you'll be directed to this page. In this page, you're supposed to agree on the terms and conditions, and once you agree to the terms and conditions, you'll be directed to the next page, which just a minute, you'll be directed to this the next page. And in the next page, you're supposed to indicate your business name, your ID, your, just a minute, I had already done this, so I just want, okay, you're supposed to indicate your business name, your ID, your PIN number. After you've filled that, click on next. You'll be directed to the next page where you're supposed to fill in the required documents, the required information, and click on next. By clicking next, you'll be directed, sorry about that, you'll be directed to the next page. Click next. Make sure you fill all the information. Click next. Full names, write your full names, your PO box, your postal code, your telephone number. Click next. Activity, you can write retail area, the area of the establishment. I'm just writing approximations, the number of employees. And here's the sensitive part. The major categories. Scroll and look for large bar. You can select if it's a large bar, traditional beer seller, and select wines and spirits. And the relative size, let's say I'll choose a small one. As you have seen, it has already indicated the some of the requirements, because in Nairobi we have a unified single business permit, and you are going to pay for the fire clearance, the health certificate, food and hygiene certificate, advertisement, registration, and the trade license all in one. So after you've selected the size, click next, and it's going to direct you to the next page. The difference is that Nairobi, you pay a unified business permit, and in the other counties you'll have to look for the fire license separately, health certificate separately, food hygiene certificate separately, and that's the reason why you can see the value is a little bit higher. So after you've reached this page, enter your PIN wallet, your PIN for your e-wallet, and submit. Click next. Make sure you have topped up your wallet. Once you register, you're supposed to top up your wallet with the amount which you are supposed to pay. If you haven't topped up, just click on top up, and you'll be able to top up your wallet. And after you've paid, you'll be able to print your permit. So let's just get back to the presentation. So once you've topped up, the system will prompt you with two links. One link is to print your business permit, and the other one will be about to print the receipt. So print your business permit, and which is your print your liquor business permit. That is your unified business permit, your liquor permit, and display it somewhere where visible as the law requires. So the other of the fees, the general retail alcoholic drink license, in respect of premises situated within the city or municipality, is 50,000 shillings for 12-month license and 30,000 shillings for 6 months license. Now these are general fees, and it depends, it all varies with the size of the business and the number of employees. So it all varies. So these are just general retail alcoholic drink license fees. And in respect of premises situated within urban areas, is 30,000 for 12 months, 18,000 for 6 months. For premises situated elsewhere in the city is 15,000 for 12 months and 9,000 for 6 months. The validity period is 1 year. Maximum processing time is 30 days if you're applying in person, and if you're applying online, it's 1 day. In other information is every county in Kenya as licensing offices in every ward that facilitate the issuing and renewal of liquor licenses in Kenya. So thank you for watching, and I urge you to go ahead and like the video if you've liked the video. The video has been longer than usual, but we had to explain to you in detail how you go about the application. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and you can browse also through the Kenyan section to see how you can get other services. So once again, thank you, and I wish you all the best.